everyone. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the Tiny Studio and welcome to Dreadlock Love, a series about all things dreads, especially this year of 2022, which I am celebrating my what? Well, if you are returning, my 20th year as a Dreadlock Diva. Yay! And if this is your first time joining me here in the Tiny Studio, 20 years for me as a Dreadlock Diva is a big thing. And I have went through the ups, the downs, the good and the bad, and everything in between wearing my locks. I have cut my locks twice, 3 times actually, and I have seen tremendous length with my locks. My locks have reached almost to my ankles, so I am very knowledgeable when it comes to dreadlocks, I think, okay? But I want to offer some suggestions, perhaps advice, a little knowledge, and some experience to all of those who are joining people like me on this dreadlock journey. And I want to be of encouragement to you. I want to dispel some myths, some misconceptions, some lies, some untruths about dreadlocks. I want to help show you that you can wear dreadlocks and make that commitment, and you do not have to break your wallet to do so. You don't have to do all of these wacky things to take care of your locks. I want this channel to be, this show to be a source for you to be able to access when you have certain things going on in your lock journey that you need assistance with. I'm going to give it to you straight. No chaser. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat things to you. I'm not going to say things to you or provide videos with titles that's going to get you to hop in. It's going to get you to hop in and watch, and it's just filled with misinformation. It's a trick. No, I'm not trying to do that with you. I want to be straight up with you because I find that on this journey, what you need is some straight up assistance and advice. You don't need any tricks, any charlatans, any people that's out here to, get views for certain, to be monetized, and they're offering advice that doesn't make sense. But hey, I'm not trying to judge. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying that I want to make sure that you get the facts as I know them. And and just also remember that when you're watching any video, and that's me included, you ultimately have to be your own advocate, right? You have to be your own advocate. Try things out to see how it works on your hair and for your set of circumstances, not anybody else's. But I'm here to provide a little guidance as you move along on your journey, because there are certain things I'm here to let you know that you should not try. Don't do it. And I know people like to say, well, it's only hair. Yeah, it's only hair until it's falling out your scalp. Yeah, it's only hair until you're sitting somewhere in a restaurant and a piece of hair fall into your plate. Yeah, it's only hair until you hop out the car and you notice that 2 strands of your dreadlocks and fell into the sea. Yeah, it's only hair until you wake up and you look at your pillow and you got some some dreads that has popped off during the night, and they're looking poorly there on the pillow. Yeah. Uh-huh. As you can tell, I don't like that. I don't like that phrase, it's only hair. So you can do all kind of stupid things to it, and it's only hair. It'll grow back. Will it? So today we're going to be talking about lock envy. What is lock envy? Do you have lock envy? You probably do. You probably do. If you are starting or embarking on this journey of locking your hair, of course you've had lock envy. Of course you've looked over at Lenny Kravitz's locks and said, dang, I really like that. That's awesome. I want some locks too. Of course you looked over at certain celebrities and seen their locks and admired it. Of course you have ran into people that you know and love who are dreadlock divas and dreadlock gentlemen, and you said, I really like that. I really want a set for myself. I really want to wear dreads. So you've done some research and you've decided that this is what you want to do, right? That's lock envy. There's nothing wrong with that. I started out with lock envy as well. And the first person I ever knew who had dreads, well, not personally, was Bob Marley, and I just loved his hair. And when I think of dreadlocks, I think of Bob Marley. I think of his wife's hair. I just love it. It's just beautiful. And that was the first time, or my first experience with lock envy. My second experience with lock envy was seeing my best friend Nicole's aunt with locks, and her locks literally touched her feet, and that was lock envy. And I said, oh I want to wear locks too. So I acquired my set. I grew some locks, and I realized, wait a minute, my locks don't look like Bob Marley's locks. My locks don't look like Zendaya's locks. My locks don't look like Angela Davis's locks. My locks don't look like those locks that Lauryn Hill is sporting over there. What's wrong? And what's wrong with my hair? Listen. Nothing is wrong with your hair. And the thing is, each of us have our own hair type. And our own hair types that are specific to us, unique to each of us, determines how our locks are going to look. So, because I have a certain wave pattern of hair, and my hair has always been, long and thick, this is what my locks look like. Now, yes, I could have made my locks bigger and fatter like Bob Marley. I could have done that, but I didn't. And one of the reasons why I didn't do that was because of my hair pattern. I have a soft, wavy, thick pattern, but I was thinking that because of my hair pattern, maybe I should make my locks smaller, which I did. And in some spots they are fat, but basically they are medium-sized locks, I would say. They're not small, but they're not large either. And eventually I had to learn to love my hair and love the locks that was growing, the hair that was growing out of my scalp. And what I did was I changed from lock envy to admiration. Admiration and love. Lock love. Because when I see Lenny Kravitz's locks, which are unique to him, I think that they're beautiful. I don't say I want my locks to look like his, because I know that my locks will never look like Lenny Kravitz's locks, because they are unique to him. They're unique to his genetic pattern, and the fact that he is of Jewish descent and Haitian descent means that he's going to have a whole entire different pattern than myself. The same with Bob Marley. Bob Marley is biracial, so his hair pattern is going to look entirely different than someone else's who may not be biracial, right? Exactly. Lock envy is a good thing and it could be a bad thing. When I was a natural loctician, my clients, and this was the number one thing my clients would say when I would have a consultation with them, they would say, I want my locks to look just like yours. And there's nothing wrong with that, and that is very flattering. However, I was always quick to point out that their locks was not going to look like my locks, because of the fact that we're two different individuals. And the way your hair is going to lock and dread, of course it's going to be different than the way my hair locks and dreads. So if you're looking at my hair and you're thinking that in a year's time or 2 to 3 years time your locks is going to look like this, well then I need to let you know that it's not. Your locks are going to be unique to you and your journey on this planet. And when my clients begin to realize that, then they begin to understand and love and appreciate their own locks, and they were able to not dwell in lock envy, but dwell in lock love and appreciation or respect. Because it takes a lot of courage to walk in this journey as a lock diva or a lock gentleman. It takes a lot of courage. So when you see someone on that path, the first thing you should do is appreciate it and respect it, and then love on it. Because I believe that locks are just gorgeous. They are beautiful, especially on melanated people. Just gorgeous. Absolutely divine, in my opinion. So it's okay when you're starting out saying, oh, I love this person's hair, their locks are gorgeous, their locks are beautiful, I would like my locks to look like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't dwell in that space. Understand that your locks are different and will be different, just like the fingertips, the fingerprints on our fingers. My fingerprint is different than your fingerprint. my fingerprints are unique to me, just like my hair pattern is unique to me. So your locks are going to be unique to you. Now, yes, you can decide to have fat locks, you can decide to have micro locks, you can decide to have sister locks, you can decide to have wear freeform locks. There's so many choices out here that you can pick from to fit your particular journey. But the idea is to appreciate what you have, to love what you have, to embrace your hair pattern because it is unique to you. It's uniquely and distinctly you. So put that lock in the aside and start loving on people who have locks. Love on them. Don't be envious. Don't use that word. Use, I love his locks, or I love her locks. I have a lock crush on his locks, or I have a lock crush on her locks. Because when you say that, you are understanding that those locks are beautiful. You appreciate them, you respect them, you know it takes courage to wear them, but also you're understanding the point that your locks are uniquely and divinely you, just like their locks are uniquely and divinely set upon them. There's no need for us to envy each other. Just love on each other, right? Right. And guess what? I have a lock crush on you too. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Dreadlock Love. If you have some comments, please drop down in the comment section and leave your comment. If you have questions, do the same. Drop down in the comment section and leave me a question, and I'll try to answer you as soon as I can. Okay? And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to the channel. Please share this video with your friends or your family who are starting the journey, this beautiful journey of locking. And feel free to refer to these videos as you progress on your lock journey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in the tiny studio. I'm Nell, and I'll see you next time on Dreadlock Love.